Hello, my beautiful souls. Today, I want to share with you three powerful questions to ask yourself to stop self-sabotage. Before we start, every time there is a form of self-sabotage, it means that there is an inner conflict. A part of yourself wants something, and another part of yourself is not fully on board with that goal. For example, you might want to achieve a promotion, and part of you really wants to take on more responsibilities or make more money, but a part of yourself thinks that you're not smart enough, that you don't deserve it. And then that can manifest in self-sabotage, in making mistakes, not preparing for the interviews, not applying for the relevant vacancies. Your goal might be finding a wonderful partner, but maybe your belief is that you don't deserve love, that love is risky, that it hurts. And therefore, you might be being attracted to not the right person, or you might be in a relationship not fully being able to trust, or getting caught in conflicts, in arguments. So there is always an inner conflict. A part of you wants something and another part of you is not fully on board with the idea. So subconsciously, and very, very often, most of the time, we do this subconsciously. We don't sabotage ourselves consciously. We don't make the decision to make our lives miserable, right? But if a part of ourselves holds a belief or a fear with regards to that goal, then subconsciously we can develop patterns that show us self-sabotage, and we won't achieve that goal. So the three questions that you need to ask yourself are: number one, what part of yourself is sabotaging whatever goal you're trying to achieve? And for this, I would recommend that you close your eyes, inner work, go inside, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and ask yourself, when you visualize yourself achieving that goal, getting that promotion, running your own business, being in love with a wonderful partner, having more fun, having more friends, pay attention to any parts of the body or to any emotions, anything that comes up for you in the form of resistance. And have a look at what that part of yourself looks like. Because there will always be a part of yourself that might show a bit of discomfort, resistance, might be a bit scared. So have a dialogue with that part of yourself. Identify that part of yourself and have a dialogue with that part of yourself to understand where she is coming from. The second question you need to ask yourself is, what is the benefit from sabotaging yourself? And I know this might sound a bit counterintuitive, but every time we sabotage ourselves, there is a secondary gain. I'm not saying benefit in the sense of something positive, because obviously you want to achieve something that you are not getting to manifest because you're getting yourself in your own way, right? But there is always a secondary gain. So again, have a talk with this part of yourself and ask her why she is doing this. Because very often when we sabotage ourselves, it's not because we want to make our life difficult or miserable, it's because there is some form of benefit or secondary gain. And very often that is to be safe, to be protected. So very often these parts of ourselves, all they want is to protect ourselves from failure, from being hurt, from a negative experience, from suffering, whatever it is. So have a dialogue with this part of yourself and ask her, what is she trying to achieve here? Why is she doing this? What is the purpose of this sabotage? And question number three is, what could she do instead? What could this part of yourself do instead? And again, I'm going to recommend you to close your eyes and continue to have a dialogue with this part of yourself and try to understand where she's coming from. Try to understand when she made the decision that getting a promotion that you didn't deserve, that job that you're never going to be able to make that amount of money, that you don't deserve love, that you're not worthy of a fantastic, wonderful relationship. Try to ask that part of yourself when she made that decision. Why that she believed that you don't deserve that promotion, or that a wonderful partner is not possible for you, or that just having a more joyful life is something that will never happen to you. Ask her why. Try to understand where she's coming from and what she could do instead. The key question is, what could she do instead? Instead of, if she is trying to protect you, if she's trying to avoid you from being hurt or to experience something negative or painful again, Ask her what she needs. And very often when we have these dialogues with inner parts of ourselves, most of the time, what I see, and I do this work in my one-on-one sessions all the time, most of the time, those parts just need a bit of love, a bit of reassurance, a bit of confidence. Sometimes they just need to see things from a different perspective, because if they understood back in the day, because they were told at school that they were silly and that there would never be anyone, they might have developed the belief that they're not smart enough, and that's where all these negative thoughts and inner voices come from. You're not good enough, you're not smart enough, this is never going to be possible for you. So when we develop those beliefs, the key is to go back then. And sometimes they just need to understand, well, the problem was your teacher. There was nothing wrong with you. Your problem was your teacher. Your problem was your mom. Your problem was your dad. They had their own issues. You were not the problem. Sometimes they just need to see something with a different perspective. Sometimes they just need reassurance. You might want to tell them something that now that they didn't back then. Sometimes what they need is to express themselves. And this is very common, especially when it comes to being visible, when it comes to career, or even love, being more visible, being exposed. Very often we have a part of ourselves that feels it's not safe to be ourselves. And we made those decisions back in the day. So let's try to understand what she needs. Maybe she just needs to express herself, and say the things that she couldn't say back then. So as you see, there's going to be a lot of inner dialogue here. So I'm going to recommend you to find a quiet space once we finish this video, and get in touch with those parts of yourself. Again, ask them what part of yourself is the one that is sabotaging you. What is the benefit or the secondary gain, and what does she need to believe instead? What does she need to do instead to be fully on board and support you with your goals and your life vision, rather than blocking it out of fear or past experiences or beliefs that are no longer serving you? So if you love this video, you would really love my free 7-day course, Stepping into Your Power with Confidence and Joy. And in this free course, I'm going to guide you through a process of identifying your life vision, the one that you truly want to live. I'm going to help you identify any resistance, any forms of self-sabotage, any old beliefs, any stagnant emotions, and I'm going to help you clear them and resolve them. There are lots of lessons with powerful journaling prompts for self-reflection, healing meditations, energetic techniques. So that will be in the link in the description below. You can sign up for free and you will receive one lesson each day. And if you are ready to do the deep healing, if you feel that it's finally the moment to go deep within, so you can break free from the conditioning of the past, so you can really create the life you truly want to live, I'm going to invite you to book a free discovery session with me and have a chat, no obligation chat. And sometimes in these sessions, people get already a lot of clarity and ideas of their next steps to see if my one-on-one program, Reclaim Your Power, is what is right for you. Okay, my loves, sending much love and light to everyone, and I will see you soon. Take care.